Guten Morgen, muchachos. How are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. I hope you had a fantastic weekend like I did. And your Monday is looking good. Like it's not here. It's kind of gloomy. But you're getting used to that nowadays now. Right? No? Yes? Alright, so this Football Digest Daily, and of course we get to have a lowdown of what happened over the weekend. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're watching it anywhere else, don't forget to go to our YouTube channel. I'm sure we'll end up to YouTube at some point. Check out Football Digest KE. Piga your subscription button, smash it as much as you want, no? Alright? You can also check us out on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook, and of course Instagram, Football Digest KE everywhere. Alright? So let's get right into what happened this weekend, because there was plenty of action from F1 to UFC to football, as always, and a bit of drama from Ronaldo, because, he always have a way of stealing headlines from Man United. And let's start off with that one, yeah? So Ronaldo was doing an interview. So actually, Man United were playing against Fulham. Let's start off from there. They were playing against Fulham last game before we went to the World Cup break against Fulham at Craven Cottage. They won that game 2-1. Courtesy of a late winner by, is it Alejandro Garnacho? Najua tu Garnacho, you can Alejandro, I'm not so sure. Start to be corrected. So Garnacho, of course, a late winner, of which I felt like Bant Leno. What? You Bant Leno, bana. Ange save your kitu, bana. Aye. Now Fulham is, of course, not an easy nut to crack. You can ask Liverpool. You can also ask Man City, by the way. Yes, it's not an easy nut to crack. But you can't ask Arsenal to Lipiga. Out to Lipiga. Yes, so it's not an easy nut to crack, especially when playing against them at home. It's not going to be easy, right? Yes, and Man United found that, and of course, winning against Fulham at Craven Cottage is a big one. It's a big result. Just to keep the momentum also going for them as we go for this break and just keep abreast of the top four, right? We are going for the break because of the World Cup, and that's why I'm donning this kit. Yes, Brasilia. We are donning the Brazil kit because we are supporting Brazil in the World Cup, which is kicking off in 6 days. Excitement galore. But we'll get there, all right? So, United won 2-1. And then after that, tunaanza kucheki news, Ronaldo did an exclusive interview with Piers Morgan. Now, Piers Morgan is an Arsenal fan. No problem. I mean, he's a media guy, so you can do interview with him. And I think this is the second time he has done an interview with Piers Morgan, so no problem. But what was said in that interview is the problem. Well, as far as Man United fans will be concerned. Now, he said that he felt betrayed by Man United. I mean, when he was having issues with his daughter, I think over the summer, that's why he came late for the preseason. The daughter was sick, hospitalized, and he felt like some people there did not believe him. And there are people inside there who wanted to get rid of him since last year. And even now, the people want to get rid of him. And of course, one of them is Ten Hag, right? Because Ten Hag does not have him in his plans. In fact, he didn't. And of course, he could have wanted Ronaldo to leave last summer, but that did not happen. Watu walisema hatutaki guys. Juventus walikataa. Chelsea walikataa. I think ni Thomas Tuchel alikataa. One of the reasons maybe he was fired. And then there was, I think, PSG. And even Juve. So many clubs are like, tutaki Ronaldo, that's a burden to us. We don't want that. So he had to stay at Man United. He stayed. Game time now, Angoa. Very few minutes he has received under Ten Hag. And he's saying he has no respect for Ten Hag. Because he feels like Ten Hag does not respect him. So if you don't respect me, I have no respect for you. And that one obviously has taken the headlines by storm. And of course the news outlets. And if no one is talking about Garnacho. Hakuna mtu anaongea kuhusu Man United venye walishinda jana. Hata ni mimi tu I think nimemention hapa. Everybody else, Ronaldo, no respect for Ten Hag. Man United betrayed me and everything else. And again, he's stealing the headlines from Man United. It's just unfortunate, man, for Man United. This one, I wouldn't say I love to see it, but I love to see it. Kinda do. It's Man United. I don't really care. I don't. But yeah, it's terrible for Man United fans. It's terrible for Man United. Of course, no one is going to take his mind off the fact that they beat Fulham. Courtesy of Garnacho, who's looking good. All right? Then, of course, you had the plethora of these other games that were played. Early kickoff on Saturday, we had Manchester City playing against Brentford. If you had told me that Brentford will beat Manchester City, I would have told you you are mad. Like, you're mad. You're sick. You are sick in the head. You know what? Change your plug. Yes, whatever you're smoking, bad. It's not doing you good. Change it. But boy, how wrong could I have been, man? Because Brentford went and clapped Manchester City at Etihad Stadium 2-1, courtesy of Ivan Toney, who got a Southgate so it fit to leave him out of the English squad. Yes, he's not going to be in the World Cup. And could have easily by then gotten a hat-trick. Yo, Manchester City walikuwa wanauliwa. Okay, not like, they were dominated, no, but damn. Ivan Toney, Brentford. I love Brentford. I think tuliwapiga sana earlier this season hadi wako like, Arsenal ni wabaya. Let's do them a favor. And then they held the team the last day to take us 5 points clear at the top. Again, laha ndani ya loho. And it's even more so because we went on to beat Wolves United. Not Wolves United. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now we are playing against Wolves the last game on Saturday, right? And this one was, of course, going to be interesting because if Arsenal wins this one, they go 5 points clear. If they bottle, then they go 2 points clear because that's what we are, right? We were before we played. But Sisi ni nani? Captain Odegaard ni nani? A brace of an assist. No, a brace of goals. A brace, obviously, a brace of goals. But yeah, he scored a brace. Fantastic outing. Clean into the bag. What more can you ask? You cannot, as an Arsenal fan, I cannot ask for more. If you had told me, by the way, once August is kicking off, that by December mtakuwa top, na mtakuwa 5 points clear of Manchester City, I would have said you're mad. Again, I would have called you mad. But yeah, you're 5 points clear at the top, going to the World Cup and going to the Christmas break. By Christmas, mtakuwa 5 points clear. Mimi, yani, saisi guziki. I cannot stay calm. I cannot stay calm. On my birthday weekend to pick out your design. Kwisha. Mimi, I'm done. Anyway, before then we had a few games. A couple of games, I think 5 of them being played at 6 p.m. Spurs versus Leeds United was a cracker. 4-3, 7 goals, man. Spurs at some point in time were 3-1 down. Reminded me of Bournemouth when they were 3-1 up against Leeds United last weekend, but won. And Leeds United came on to win 4-3. Now, Leeds United were 3-1 up at some point. Came on to lose 4-3 against Spurs. I could have cared less if Spurs would have gotten beat. But yeah, courtesy of that win, I think they're still in the top 4. Another interesting one was Liverpool versus Soton. 3-1 win for Liverpool. Not really hard there. Which other one? Crystal Palace walikuwa wanacheza na nani? Not been interesting. Hizo zingine ni games tu hivi. After that, we had the big one now. Newcastle versus Chelsea. This one, tulisema, from the word go, Chelsea wanakula L. And Chelsea have been terrible. And I tell you, man, this World Cup break could not have come at a better time for Chelsea because they are looking bad. Things are thick at Stamford Bridge. Swear down. The World Cup break is very welcome for Graham Potter because he was bottling it back to back. 4 losses in a row. Got spanked by Brighton, got spanked by Arsenal, got spanked by Manchester City and knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and now they got spanked by Newcastle. Not looking good at all. No, it ain't. And they were lethargic. They tried to get themselves back into the game the last 9 minutes. I'm like, mmekuwa hizo dakika zingine 80? At the last 10 minutes ndio mnajaribu ku come back into the game. You know, yeah, so they got beat 1-0. Newcastle going third. Not even going third. Staying third as you go to Christmas. Nikisema Christmas ni juu, the next time fixtures the Premier League zinachezwa ni Christmas, ni Boxing Day. Yes. So they'll be third. They'll be 2 points off of Manchester City. Yo, Newcastle fans are living the dream. There are no fans who are living the dream more than Newcastle and Arsenal fans. How are we? Those ones are living the dream for sure. So, yeah, big win for Newcastle. And then, of course, after that, that's when Arsenal played. And then after that, we had the games being played on Sunday. Aston Villa beat Brighton 2-1. Back-to-back wins for good evening. Yes, against Brighton, that's a big win. And then, of course, after that, we had Fulham versus Man United. And Garnacho made it the team. Now, in UFC, we had Adesanya up against Pereira, his nemesis. Yes, Pereira has apparently beaten, before this match, they had faced each other twice. And I think Nani had lost twice. Adesanya had lost twice to Pereira, and he lost the third time to lose the title. And it was a heck of a fight, by the way. Thank you to Samra for waking me up to go watch it, even though I didn't watch it, because I didn't have the package. I didn't have the channel. Yes, but I watched the highlights, and boy, ndio match kwa stopped. Adesanya alikuwa amekelewa. Alikuwa amewaiwa. But of course, he was feeling in his post-match, of course, conference, he felt like it would have continued and all. But of course, they're going to be having a rematch for sure. I mean, Dana White said he cannot rule out a rematch. Pereira was, of course, like, hey, so your stoppage ilikuwa tu sawa, nilikuwa nimekanyanga guys vibaya. Yes, the stoppage was correct. So, of course, contrasting opinions there, but it is what it is. Pereira won, beat Adesanya again. And this other man, them called Chandler, who's calling out Conor McGregor, and I was talking to Samra about that because she's like the UFC connoisseur of Kenya, and she was telling me like if McGregor was to come back, he would be walloped. I mean, he has not fought in a while. The last time he was fighting, he was getting beat. So yeah, most likely he's not going to be coming back. And he was called out by Chandler, who had lost. Chandler alikuwa ametoka kunyoroshwa. So yeah, maybe he's not going to be coming back for sure. Time will tell. Time will tell. F1 was going down. We had the Brazilian Grand Prix. And guess who won it? Not Max Verstappen. It was one George Russell for Mercedes. And another man from Mercedes was number 2 called Lewis Hamilton. They're good. And I was very excited as a Mercedes fan. We took number 1 and number 2. I think Ferrari took number 3, Carlos Sainz, if I'm not wrong. Max Verstappen alikuwa na drama with his colleague, teammate, Sergio Perez. Aliambiwa na his team, achilia Perez akupite. He was like, fuck no. No, you let Perez go through. Achilia Perez apite. Achilia Perez buda. Hapana. Na alikataa. Crazy shit, man. Tell you, it was dramatic. It was dramatic. I would love to see how that one happens. I mean, what is Redbull going to say or do about that? Because that was no good, man. Ukiambiwa na timu achilia msiapite unaacha. Hey, Max alikuwa like, fuck that, man. I ain't gonna do that. And he didn't. So I don't even know what number he finished. I mean, I don't care. Watu wangu wa Mercedes tukishamaliza namba 2. I don't care about the rest. Wow, wengine waache. His first win for George Russell. First Grand Prix win for George Russell. And it was a good one for sure. It was a good one. Brazilian Grand Prix was dramatic. I think there were like 2 red flags. Yeah, or safety cars. I mean, yeah. So it was dramatic and then some. The last one now, of course, is Abu Dhabi, where sisi watu wa Mercedes bado tuko na trauma. Tuko na PTSD kuhusu Abu Dhabi. Because that's where, you know, last year. Yeah, you know what happened. Yeah, so that's that video for now. Of course, the World Cup is coming in, man, in 6 days. That's why Mandem is in this kit, and I'm looking forward to this World Cup. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be mad fun. Kamakawa Africa, I'm supporting Senegal, personally. I'm rooting for Senegal and Ghana. But I also feel like teams like Cameroon, there's something about Cameroon sometimes. I don't know why. I hope this one, itakuwa very different. Because the one we had in 2014 kwanza ilikuwa traumatic. Ile World Cup tukiwa Brazil watu hadi wakipigana, hiyo ilikuwa mbaya. So I'm hoping this one is going to be different, and I'm hoping that African teams will do a bit better. Now I know Sadio Mane is our biggest star. He's out. Most likely he's not going to feature in the first game where I think we play Netherlands. Is it Netherlands? Yes, we play Netherlands, and most likely we'll get clapped. But I hope he's going to be able to feature in the other 2 games so that tomorrow is at least number 2 maze 20 round of 16, and maybe round of 16 pia 20, same quarters and semis if you can get there. I'm hoping really African teams are going to do beats this time round. Honestly, I am hoping that they're going to do well. Obviously, there's the favorites, likes of Brazil, likes of Argentina, likes of France, Portugal, and then some. So let's wait and see how that's exactly going to pop out, because it's going to be a heck of a World Cup, this one. Of course, it's coming at a very unprecedented times in November. November nani anafanyanga World Cup in November? Tumemaliza World Cup ya madem ya rugby juzi. Tunaingia mpira. I know. But yeah, so that's that, man. So let's see how this World Cup is going to pop out. It's going to be mad fun. We're going to be doing a lot of content for it. Keep around or stick around for details of what exactly we're going to be doing. All right? That's folks. Have a fantastic week. God bless. Catch you on the next one.